Table of content. 1. The power of mind. 2. A single-pointed mind is powerful. 3. Clearing your slate. 4. How to manifest what you want. 5. The universe yields to both faith and commitment. 6. Sadhguru debunks the law of attraction myth. 1. The power of mind. Whatever people aspire for in their life, whether it is to grow a business, build a house or whatever else, the thought, "I want this," arises. Once this thought happens, most people focus their energy towards that something through action and start working towards it. If their action is incisive enough, their thought becomes a reality. That is the usual way people function in the world. But they do not know how to infuse or empower that thought with a certain dimension of energy. If you have some mobility in your energy beyond the physical body, and if that mobility becomes a conscious process, you can sit in one place and make your energies go somewhere else. However, if you do this without gaining sufficient mastery over your own life energies, you may not know how to pull the energies back into you. You can lose your life like this. You will see, if someone's desire is beyond a certain pitch, they always die young. Most people's desires are fickle. They desire something today, something else tomorrow, it keeps changing. But if someone desires very powerfully towards something, they die young whether that something happens or not. Especially if that something happens, they die young because they know how to throw their life energies out, but do not have enough mastery to do the work and come back. 2. A single-pointed mind is powerful. Thought itself is a reverberation and an energy. You cannot generate a thought without energy. It is just that because it is happening in such a haphazard way, maybe it does not have the necessary energy to manifest itself. You can generate so much energy with your thought process that you could kill someone. When your mind is single-pointed, it is a powerful instrument. Unfortunately, most of the time this single-pointedness happens to people in a negative way, not in a positive way. An angry mind and also a lustful mind are very single-pointed minds. That is why in Indian culture, children are always warned, when you are angry, do not say anything negative about somebody, because if your mind has become single-pointed with anger, it can easily manifest itself. Let us look at the process of generating a thought. Is your thought conscious or is it just an outcome of a million things that have already gotten into you? When your thought process is unconscious, most of the time it is like mental diarrhea. There is no control over it. It simply rambles because there is old stuff inside. This is just like, the more bad food you have in your stomach, the more your diarrhea goes on. When you have mental diarrhea, you cannot call it a thought. A woman once invited a few friends for dinner. She served dinner and then told her 6-year-old daughter, "Why don't you say the blessing?" She wanted to show off her daughter a little bit. The daughter said, "I don't know how to say a blessing." The mother said, "Just repeat what Mummy says." So the girl very religiously bent her head, held her hands together and said, "Why on earth did I invite all these people for dinner? Aren't these things happening to you? You want to meditate, but your mind is talking so many things." 3. Clearing your slate. If you want to write on a blackboard, first you have to wipe it clean. Only then will you be able to write clearly. If a million things have already been written on it and you write something else on that, no one can figure out what you have written. And after some time, neither will you. You have to first clear the space and then generate a thought consciously. If people have cleared their space and then have a thought, this thought really matters because this has come out of a conscious process. Once this thought is on like this and it is held in that clarity, it can be infused with energy. If you generate a thought in your mind consciously and if it is single-pointed, it will find its way in the world. It will manifest itself naturally. And if you have little more control over your life energies, you can tweak it further. 4. How to manifest what you want. Everything we as human beings have created on this planet first found expression in the mind, then it got manifested in the outside world. The wonderful things that we have done on this planet and the horrible things that we have done on this planet both have come from the human mind. If we are concerned as to what we create in this world, it is extremely important that first we learn to create the right things in our mind. If we do not have the power to keep our minds the way we want, what we create in the world is also going to be very accidental and haphazard. If you bring your mind to a certain level of organization, your body, emotion, and the fundamental life energies get organized in that direction. Once all these 4 dimensions of you are organized in one direction, anything that you wish happens without even lifting a finger. It would help to assist it with activity, but even without doing any activity you can still manifest what you want, if you organize these 4 dimensions in one direction and keep it unwavering in that direction for a certain period of time. 5. The universe yields to both faith and commitment. You might have heard of people who asked for something and it came true for them beyond all expectations. Generally, this happens to people who are in faith. Let's say you want to build a house. If you start thinking, oh, I need 50 lakhs to build a house, but I have only 50 rupees in my pocket, not possible, not possible, not possible. The moment you think, not possible, you are also thinking, I do not want it. On one level you are creating a desire that you want something, on another level you are saying that you do not want it. In this conflict, it may not happen. Faith works only for those people who are simple-minded. It never works for people who are too much of thinking. A childlike person, who has a simple faith in his God or his temple, goes to the temple and says, Shiva, I want a house. I don't know how, you must make it for me. There are no negative thoughts in his mind. Those things are completely removed by the simple act of faith. Now he believes that Shiva will do it for him and it will happen. Is Shiva going to come and build your house? No. I want you to understand God will not lift his little finger for you. What you refer to as God is the source of creation. As a creator, he has done a phenomenal job. But if you want life to happen the way you think it should happen, with how much focus you think, how stable is your thought and how much reverberance is there in the thought process will determine whether your thought will become a reality or just remain an empty thought. What is possible and what is not possible is not your business, that is nature's business. Nature will decide that. You just see what is it that you really want and strive for that. If your thought is created in a powerful way, without any negative thoughts bringing down the intensity of the thought process, it will definitely manifest. Today, modern science is proving that the entire existence is a vibration. Similarly, your thought is also a vibration. If you generate a powerful thought and let it out, it will always manifest itself. Generally, people are using faith as a means to remove negative thought. But once you have become thinking human beings, your faith is not too deep. It does not matter how much faith you think you have, somewhere doubts always crop up. The way your mind is right now, if God appears right here, you will not surrender to him. You will want an investigation as to whether he is really God or not. With this kind of mind, you should not waste your time on faith. There is an alternative, which is commitment. If you simply commit yourself to creating what you really care for, now once again your thought gets organized in such a way there is no such thing as whether it is possible or not. There is no hurdle in your thought process. Your thought flows freely towards what you want. Once this happens, making it happen will also naturally follow. To create what you really care for, the first and foremost thing is that what you want must be well manifested in your mind. Is that what you really want? You must look at it, because for any number of things in your life you have thought, this is it. The moment you reach there, you realize that it is not it, it is the next one and the next one. So, first of all you must explore what it is that you really want. Once that is clear and you are committed to creating it, now there is a continuous process of thought in that direction. Once you can maintain a steady stream of thought without changing direction, it will definitely manifest as a reality in your life. 6. Sadhguru debunks the law of attraction myth. Questioner: how does the law of attraction really work? Sadhguru: it does not work. Questioner: so what works? Can you design your destiny? Sadhguru: you can determine your destiny, and you should, because that is what being human means. All other creatures on this planet have compulsive cycles that they live by. It is okay for them because that is all they are capable of. Actually, if you look at your life, you are not doing anything greatly different from what the other creatures are doing. They are born, you are born. You grow up, they grow up. They reproduce, you reproduce. They die, you die. Nothing very different, but we can conduct these same simple things consciously. That is the significant thing about being human. If you conduct your hand consciously, now this hand will do what you want. If you conduct your thought consciously, it will do what you want. If your thought was doing what you want, you would keep yourself blissful, not miserable. If you are blissful, your life would not be in pursuit of happiness. These things that people think are the greatest things in their life, to be peaceful and joyful, would not mean a thing to you when you are blissful. If that happens, your entire life process will come to a total ease. Right now, you are like a crouching tiger, you always have to get something. There is nothing to get. If you sit here, your life is complete, now it is at total ease. When it is in this kind of ease, it will become perceptive. Just pursuing a profession, making money, or even being joyful or falling in love, nothing means anything to you, because the highest level of pleasantness is happening to you just sitting here. What would you do with that life? Naturally, you would explore something that is not in your perception right now. This is how spiritual process begins. This is how you take charge of your life. If you take charge of yourself, now you are not in pursuit of your happiness, you are not tensed about anything, there is no sword hanging over your head. You will do everything to the fullest, to the hilt. Whatever happens, you know that you will still be fine. Now you will naturally do everything wonderfully well because there is absolutely no concern, since you are not a vested interest anymore. You will do what is needed, without any effort. What someone else thinks of as a great feat, you will do it joyfully and playfully. That's all for today. I hope you can enjoy it. Thank you. To support this channel, don't forget to subscribe, share, like, and comment.